Hi, this is Illuminated Readings, and this is going to be a tarot reading for the sign of Virgo between the 18th and the 24th of August. You might be wondering why my videos are in black and white. It's because we don't throw colours over here. What I see is what I say. Let's begin. So Virgo, I feel like coming into the week, you've been really in your own energy. I feel like a love towards yourself. You have some, like loving feeling towards yourself. You've been you're getting you've been caring and compassionate towards yourself, and this has been allowing abundance to flow into your life effortlessly, and you've been enjoying life. I see you, being abundant, content with the way things are in your life, feeling quite happy with, life in general. You've been enjoying, you've been living life basically. Might have been traveling, might have been, going to festivals and stuff like that, enjoying life basically, having a good time. I see a lot of bliss here, and harmony within yourself and those around you. However, coming into the week, I see something happening where you might have some sort of loss, or you've had some sort of loss coming into the week. I'm recording this is now Tuesday. Coming into the week, you've had some sort of loss, or you've been isolated from something, and it's making you worried. This isolation has got something to do with your healing. I think you might have had some sort of realization while you were doing something fun recently. This could be partying or seeing friends or going somewhere, or just traveling in general. But you went somewhere and you had some sort of worry. It was like an epiphany that made you worried. Something made you worried that you saw or felt or heard, and it's made you go inside and heal the part that a part of you is what I'm getting here. You've gone more inwards than even before, because at the beginning you are in this energy where you are really with yourself and quite loving towards yourself. I hope you're not beating yourself up about something, but this is a healing for you in some sort of way or another. You're healing something very deep inside of you, and you're releasing it. You're healing and releasing something. It's got something to do with childhood memories, something from your childhood when you were younger. It's something to do with when you were younger, that this had happened. Maybe it's some sort of traumatic experience you had in your childhood days when you were innocent, and something really bad happened to you, and it's only when you were enjoying yourself recently, where you were having a really good time, and you were living life, and you might have been partying or whatever, that realization, something, you had some sort of thing that became apparent to you, that was that trauma that happened to you in your childhood years. It's got something to do with other people, your friends, um, being together with people. It's something that's affected you and made you more introspective, um, less tendent to be around other people. Is what I'm getting here. You're being united with something or someone. I feel like it's someone. You're being united. Maybe you've been looking for your other half, um, but your other half hasn't been able to come in because of this thing that happened to you in your childhood, this traumatic experience. This sort of, when you go through trauma when you're a young kid, you close yourself in many ways. Mentally, physically, and spiritually, you close yourself in many ways. Unfortunately, but I feel like you're healing, and whoever this person is, they're healing as well, and you're coming into some sort of beautiful union. But to meet each other, you have to have the courage to meet each other and to step up to that point where you acknowledge that you acknowledge this healing that you're currently going through in this week. Um, I feel like this person could be a soulmate, your other half, the one you're looking for. I think this has got to do with love. And I feel like this person you've been waiting for, and they've been waiting for you, they've been looking for you as much as you've been looking for them. But both of you have to have the condition for both of you to meet is that the both of you in your own individual lives, you have to have the courage to get to a point where you're willing to do the healing and willing to look for that person without letting what has happened to you previously affect you now. You have to be, I'm getting here, you are quite masterful, and you have to be quite truthful with yourself and honest in this situation, because your honesty is not lying to you. I see that this is a transformation that you're undergoing. It's a big transformation that you didn't see coming. And I'm getting birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. I don't know how that relates to you. But this is what's going on right now. Okay, I see what this is meaning. So your outcome here at the moment, so I got really confused there. Your outcome here at the moment is that you're gonna, the outcome of this whole situation is it's hard work, is what I'm getting. It's really hard work for you. It feels like a burden, but you feel like it's something that you have to go through. I feel like for you to be successful here, your outcome here is you need to be more cunning. More cunning is what I'm getting. More cunning in what you want. And that's going to allow you to manifest whatever it is you desire in whatever situation this is. So this could be career, this could be love. If this is career, it means that you've been. It's like a new boss has come in, or a new manager, or whoever, and just sort of thrown things, and you're sort of like, going back to like, oh my god, it's like how I was when the workplace is now like how it was when I first joined here. you know um, it's not what I want. So you go out to find balance. So you go to find balance, you go speak to whoever you can, and they sort of say to you, look, this is what it is the company, blah blah blah. And you're at this point where you're like, I've done so much for this company, and this is going on, it's just too much. It's like, you have to be more cunning with your actions to manifest what it is you want. I'm saying you have the power to do just so. You have the power to do it. But this is a huge transformation for you, whatever this is. You're transforming very beautifully into something greater that you've been before. I'm getting by the end of the week, you're going to have some sort of breakthrough. You're going to have some sort of breakthrough where you're going to find a new job, or you're going to get an offer for a new job, or if this is a career, if this is a relationships, then you're gonna find someone. Basically, you're gonna have that unity with somebody. I don't know who this is, but it seems like your other half. Or if this is in your workplace, this is going to be a new place, or it could be your existing place that you come to some sort of accord with management or whoever. But at the end of the week, you're definitely having a breakthrough. By the end of this week, whatever the situation is that is going on at the moment, whether you're feeling weighed down by, it is going to resolve by the end of this week. You just have to be cunning. That's your advice for the week. Just be a bit more cunning, and you'll see better results. You'll be able to manifest what it is that you want. You'll be able to get your way in this situation because you have the power to do so. So your challenge for this week is other people, friends, work colleagues, people that you have around you. They're going to be challenging for you because I feel like you're a little bit on edge. Your big challenge is not to feel grief and feel alone, that anguish that you're feeling because of the burdens. Like, it's not to go into that energy and say that things are not going to work out for you, because I can see here that they will. You're going to be releasing something, and it's quite massive for you, to be honest. It's to sort of get your mind out of being in a state of that things are not going to look up for you. They will look up for you in bigger ways than you can imagine. I'm also getting here that you need to believe in yourself more. You need to believe in yourself a lot more, and you have progressed a lot, whether this is a company or this is a relationship or love. Like, your understanding of things now is more important than you actually working in a company, because you can go anywhere and the skills are transferable. Or if this is love, of course, it's the same thing. Your skills are still transferable. You know yourself more. You're more yourself now. This is your challenge for the week. That try not to be around people that are, not the best for you. Um, you know, and try not to put too much dependencies on people that are around you, whether it's friends, whoever. If they see people celebrating, you're like, why can't I be celebrating? Don't go into that energy. You have power. You have a lot of power here, okay? And you can manifest really whatever it is you like, but you just have to be truthful. You just have to be truthful with yourself. That's all it is. And you have the wisdom already. From going through situations in your life, and this wisdom that you're gonna get, this wisdom that you have, sorry, it's causing you to transform into something much bigger. I would say if you can be more cunning with the way you behave with the people around you. If you're work colleagues and you can't help but be around them, just be a bit more cunning when you are around them, and try not to be in this energy of grief, of loneliness, that I'm here by myself and there's this group of people, and they're out to get me or whatever. They could be the nastiest people, but doesn't mean that their lives are great. You might be outside the circle, but everyone goes through different cycles in life, and they might be on the verge of a downward cycle, and you don't know this. As for you, Virgo, I can see that you're not on a downward cycle. You're actually on the upward cycle, because you've got the magician here, and this is you. You're showing up as a magician. You've got the power. You've got the manifestation. You're ready to go. You just have to be truthful with yourself. You have to move with that wisdom that you have inside of your soul, and to believe in yourself more, that you have progressed, you are progressing, and that you will further expand in the future. I'm getting, you might be having stomach problems, or you might be having like a bad feeling in your gut. I'm feeling it too. Feeling this energy. So I'm getting that you might have this heavy feeling in your gut, like something's up, something's going on. Trust yourself, but again, don't get into this energy of having grief and feeling lonely and stuff. You're not alone. You're being looked after. There's many beings that we can't see but are around us all the time, looking after us. So yeah, just be mindful of how you're feeling, and try to, if you're feeling like it's a bit much, just try to go to like a park or something, or go for a walk. It'll make a big difference to you. Oh. So by the end of the week, you're going to be confronting your shadow self, or you're going to be learning something that's going to really, really upgrade your shadow self through this situation that you're going through this week. Whatever it is, I'm seeing that you will be protected from fire, of the flames of people, whatever that means to you. You'll be protected from it. I'm also seeing that you're quite visionary. You're going to be very visionary by the end of the week. You're going to have this new, it's almost like you're being enlightened somehow. You're gonna be able to integrate this new part into your shadow self, and it's going to help you grow in a very magnificent way. You need to let it go. That's what it is. That's what I'm getting. You need to let it go. What does Virgo need to let go? What does Virgo need to let go? You need to let these people go. You need to let these people go. They're not good people. Whoever they are, they're not the team. They're not the people that you think they are. the ones that are, making you feel left out. I don't know who these people are. They could be your friends, family, work colleagues, whoever they are. But try to stay away from them. Try not to be in that grief energy that you're kind of left out, and you need to believe in yourself more. Okay. I'm gonna leave your reading here. If you like the reading, leave me a like, comment, subscribe. I'll be doing these weekly now. So stay tuned and take care.